Good morning, friends. Today we're going to give you our tiny Adobe Christmas tour. These are the beautiful hills of Southern California, and this is our view. Isn't it beautiful? These beautiful Adobes have a charming history that goes all the way back to the 1800s here in California. They're so cute. Let's get started. Come on, let's go. This is a little bit of the outside of the Adobe. It's cemented over on the outside because the elements are harsh for the Adobe bricks, which are basically made of dirt. Oh, look who's here.
Hi.
Hi, Moose.
Hi, sweet Nanny. Oh, yeah, that is a beautiful view, all right. But the thing about this house, retiring here to this cozy place has to me, a main benefit. And that is that I'm within touching distance of 30 of those grandchildren. As a matter of fact, 30 yards up the driveway there are 3 of them. And I see a lot of those babies. Trust me, if you want to stay well and happy, get yourself some grandchildren near you. Come on, let's go see this place.
This house is under elf surveillance. Ooh. Minimalists beware. I love my collections. Let's go. The Adobe was originally built as 3 rooms, I think I just said. And there was this structure that we're in right now was part of an outdoor porch outside the kitchen, just a small portion of it. And at some point in the 40s and 50s, I think they added the whole area that you're looking at straight ahead. Mainly because it was such small living. But as you can see, I have it. You have to remember, Bill and I have been married, Moose, I call him Bill every once in a while too. We've been married 60 years, and we lived in Europe for 3 years, particularly Scotland, made a lot of trips to various countries. I think you might have seen our video of the pie bird baking with our great-granddaughters. Those came from my collection of pie birds, which I have collected over the years. Once again, as Bill says, everything I collect can never have one of, and that's the truth. Or is the kitchen. It's small, but it's workable. On the back wall, we have the sink and the cooking stove and the refrigerator, all fitting tightly in. There's cabinets above, so at some point someone built cabinets, and I have some of my collections up there. Took down a tea kettle. It's gone somewhere to someone. And funny thing, when we first moved in, our grandson, all the kids were helping us move in. We couldn't get the refrigerator in, and Billy had to chop away at the Adobe bricks. That's the good part about these walls, is they're made of clay or dirt and water, and there's a good history about Adobe stones. They've been used for centuries, and so we just chopped away. One of the last areas of the kitchen, remember I told you that we had to board up a kitchen door. This shelf right now was the kitchen door that went from the kitchen to the sitting room, and then another one to the bedroom. We needed the wall to put the bed on the other side of this door, so we decided to board it up. And Moose and I took a piece of plywood on the back and put some French toile fabric on it, and I put some of my laces on. Bill built the shelves, and it's cute. It fills in it started to add one of the most original touches to the kitchen. And then we went from that to more collections and a couple of cabinets. But up here, my collection of brownware. I love sayings on things. I love everything, isn't it awful? And I have some of my mother's recipes. In fact, I have all of them. Recipe boxes, I must have 10. And in there are her secret recipes, which we've shared with the family. We have Grandma Flanagan's Irish soda bread and, my mother's tea biscuits from her parties with her bridge club, the Merry 12. There's a wooden biscuit barrel from Scotland. Always loved those biscuit barrels. Anyway, down here are more books. Books, and books, but this time they are cookbooks. Good cookbooks. Some from Scotland and Ireland and here. Not that I use them all the time, but love to collect. So closing out the kitchen, you will not see the counter, the one and only counter on the fourth wall, mainly because it has all the machines of modern day living that we need. And we have the microwave and the toaster oven and the blender and the can opener and the Krupp's coffee maker, absolutely a must. But it's not pretty, and someday maybe Margie, who does some resin work, one of our daughters, will help us re-resin the counters. So, bye-bye. It's sort of a long view of the living room as we walk through. I hope there'll be enough light when I get down there. We'll see. There's that antique Santa we have every year. Some of the kids don't like him. They don't like his face. He doesn't look happy. More books. I keep all the children's books on the bottom 2 shelves, and when they come to visit, they come and read. We sit in my bed, our bed, and we read and color and have fun. But lots and lots of books abound here in this house. Love our signs. Anyway, this particular corner, maybe I'll back up without killing myself here, is a corner I love. Normally, we have either a little round dining table in here, or I have my painting easel and my paints set up in here. I love the plates on the walls. I've had a huge collection of plates over the years, a lot of them from when we lived abroad. And I decided finally one day that I had to put them all together. And I love this little wall. And every once in a while, when I want to give gifts to some of the grandkids, I take down some of my plates. Right now, Katie, a grandchild who lives in Canada, loves plates, so she has gotten several of them so far. And then I'll put new ones up and replace them. It's a cabinet where I keep my painting supplies. This fireplace is an Adobe fireplace. I painted the tiles. I copied a lot of antique tiles and had them fired. And then I put them on with cement onto the edges. I guess I did about 35 of them on the interior. But those were really fun days. I really became engrossed in that particular craft. Still love it, but there's other things to do at this stage of my life too. Recently picked up this Santa Claus, a really old one. Kids aren't wild about his face once again. It's a little different, but very old. Kind of like us. All the brass, and I have tons of it, is from Scotland and Ireland. And it's pretty. I think the cottage wouldn't look quite the same, especially since it's 90 years old, if it were decorated any other way. What do you think? How many people give you a tour of the bathroom? Well, I think ours is a little unusual, so you're going to get one. Ready? The door, by the way, is all hand-tooled wooden door, all the doors that were left. And there aren't many. I think there's only 2, but they're bathroom walls were Adobe, just like the rest of the interior of the house. But at some point, someone must have cemented them. They're very hard. And over the years, there were a few cracks in them. Not the ones you're looking at. I did those. That's my version of antique marbleized walls to make them look like old world European walls. As you can see, the walls all throughout the interior are a foot thick. Amazing. And this is our shower. No light, but someone somewhere along the line had put tiles in. That's our comfy little shower chair, which you need when you are advanced in years. And one day, there's a story about all these stones and brick. One day when I was sitting facing this wall, this room is not too big, I noticed that the door itself, the opening, was crooked. So I thought, what can I do to take away that look? So I decided on putting up some colored stones and bricks. And my little granddaughter at the time probably was about 2 or less, little Ryan. And she helped me put all these on. And we said the colors as we, was a learning activity as well. So that's what we did. Do you like my walls? That's how she learned her color. Mose's mom, who was a lovely woman, I loved her dearly, always said that everyone should have a little bit of Christmas in their house all year long. And this is one of my little bit of Christmases that stays. And this particular entry was probably the main entry to what they might have called the sitting room. And there was a door, a main door on here. And then down here on the other side of the fireplace, behind that TV and book wall, was another door to the bedroom. So there were just the 3 rooms. Since it's just Moose and I, we didn't bother putting a door up. We just use a curtain. And when we have visitors, either our son will come and stay here with his wife, or grandkids will come over while we're babysitting. And what we do is we just put up the curtain, and the little kids will sleep on our pull-out couch. The bed wall. I love this bed, and we love our bedroom and the bed. Behind that quilt that we hung on the wall is the doorway to the kitchen. I keep stressing the 3-room railroad type house that this Adobe is. And we hung the quilt because, remember, we boarded up the doorway and we were able to put our bed here. This bedroom fireplace is one of the beauties of the Adobe cottage. It was built by hand, as was the Adobe, by whoever lived in this 90 years ago. And the rocks are all obviously from the property. And it works. Many's a winter night, we've had it on. Right now I have a picture, a painting there, because I don't know where to put it. We're using other paintings right now. But it is just the warmest, wonderful thing. And this fireplace and the fireplace out in the living room share the same chimney. I guess they back up. For such a tiny Adobe, we're so lucky to have 2 fireplaces. Anyway, that's the last part of the bedroom tour, except for the mystery door. And this is the door that leads into the prior bedroom, which we now use as a closet and a room for me to stash
Open the door.
stuff. Oh, no way. Hello, friends. We just finished our house tour, and Moose and I are in our favorite room, as you know from our first video. And
Where am I going?
this is,
Damn bed. Are you doing this?
no, hang on, wait. This is why we love this bed so
All
much.
right,
Let me see. Is this bed? No moving. What's happening? Why isn't it? Well, I have this in, Moose.
Oh, good.
Am I broken? I can't see.
What do you want to do?
I want to go up. Oh, there I go. I'm up. Are you up, Moose? All the way? Is it this one?
If you push
There I go. Wow, you're going down now, Moose. This is why we love this bed so much. When Moose's back was bothering him a couple years ago, we went to a sales room. He hopped in this bed. The man put him in zero gravity, and that was it. He was sold. So here we are at Christmas time. Oh, now he's got the shaker going. This bed does everything. Come on up with me. Okay, come on. Here he comes. So, we want to wish everyone a very, very happy holidays. We're new to the YouTube world, without a couple videos. We hope you like them. They're all a little bit different. But this is the world of Moose and Nanny. We're 82 years
Got our
old.
shirts on too.
Oh yeah, we have our matching shirts on. You can't see Moose's name at the bottom, but aren't they cute?
And extra one.
Yeah, I got them on
She
Amazon.
has Christmas lights on.
Yeah. Normally, we have a bunch of grandkids in this bed. Every Christmas Eve, Mosey reads the night before Christmas, and he's been doing it ever since we had our own children. We now have our 30 grandchildren. We're so blessed. Little ones, big ones. And if anyone's around on Christmas Eve, we all hop into this bed. He's having fun. Going up and down. This is why we love this so much. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Did he come? He come around the corner and see if Santa come yet.
I hear something up on the roof.
Oh, that must be
Do
him.
you?
Get around there.
We love you all. God bless everyone. We love you.
God bless
Happy
you.
holidays.
To see more of Nans and Moose, subscribe and press the button and the bell. Ring the bell.